Welcome to the Hammer, where the sun has set on the Tiger Cats and Stampeders playoff dreams, but both have goals of a brighter 2025. They believe that starts right here tonight in week number 20 at Tim Hortons Field. 193 passing attempts. He'll begin by handing it off right between the tackles. They bash away to kick things up.
Let's see what they're doing under the lights and how they react to full-speed competition.
Schiltz looks left, comes back to the right-hand side, and knifing in between the coverage. Receiver to the bottom is Cam Eccles back in the lineup. They do give it to Kylan Hill, though, in the running game, and Schiltz got it all on his own. First down, Stampeders. Out to the flats this time, making the grab, putting his shoulder down. Dietrich Mills stays on his feet as it crosses beyond 5 minutes. Time of possession already, and this one, it gets jumped, and it looks like it's Moxie back onto his feet. His previous high of 2 back in 2021 with the Calgary Stampeders. Levi Mitchell begins his first possession of the ballgame, gets it in his hands very quickly.
On and off, and we're hoping he's on tonight.
Put Giovanni Robinson outside, go to the wide side of the field, caught, running through space, and it is.
Watch that kid play some ball tonight.
4 receivers in the short side here for Levi Mitchell. The pocket collapses, he gets it out of his hand, completes another, and spinning away from 3 tacklers that time. Levi Mitchell with pressure on, looks to his right, complete, flag comes up.
Major foul, roughing the passer. Calgary number 7. Half the distance to the goal, automatic, first down.
Levi Mitchell, 13 touchdowns, just 1 interception on the season.
Tight.
Looks to the left-hand side, open receiver, walking in, Tim White, touchdown, Tiger Cats.
Tim's just gonna, he's coming from a deep waggle, kind of comes out and he's kind of lost in space. Nobody.
And said, you know what, as time goes on, I will look more and more back on it with a lot more favor and fondness.
Almost to a fault, and there's the friction when they're competing against one another.
Pressure on Schiltz here in behind the intended receiver. Something to cheer about going into 2025. The first game, the home opener for the Tiger Cats. It will be the jersey retirement of Garney Henley. As speaking of receiving touchdowns in honor of 26, there goes 19 to 12. Hamilton on the board right away.
Somebody might want to start covering number 12, because this is going to be a field day and familiarity with this offense and the system. And oh, wow.
That catch. See what he can do on 2nd and 10. Haven't seen many of these early on. Hamilton's passing game's been dominating over the middle. Keandre Smith. Felt like it was the right thing to do to play Bo, and certainly looks that way early on. As Mitchell looks over the top, Giovanni Robinson! Touchdown for the big man from Jamaica.
Okay, our stat man, Johnny Perlberg.
Matthew Schiltz back at the controls for the Stampeders offense. This one handed off by Ryan Baker from his middle linebacker spot. Schiltz goes to the right-hand side, and the pass is incomplete. I start to wonder what kind of numbers could get posted for Mitchell tonight as he looks over the top. Stephen Dunbar, free and behind coverage, cuts back, and is tackled not until he's at the Calgary 36.
And Tim White.
5 receivers for Bo here. Stands in. Clean pocket once again. Dunbar. He's talking to fullbacks. Motions in alongside Bell. They'll empty Bell out. One-on-one outside with Cam Judge. And Judge gets just enough. They flop the receivers over. Mitchell takes the run. Knifes this one into the end zone. Make it 4. And Stephen Dunbar has his 4th major of the season.
Clinic.
Inside. It's the Calgary running game. Stampeders might need a couple after the way this game has begun. And now down the sideline. A fresh set of downs. Schiltz against a 4-man rush. Starts to feel the pressure. Casey Sales slaps an ankle but can't bring Schiltz down, and he runs through contact. Still a developing quarterback, but certainly putting the work in behind Jake Nairn. Now Matthew Schiltz as Kylan Hill looking for anything up front to make his way through. Did the football come out at the end of this play? Hamilton says they have the football.
DQ Thomas is saying it is.
3 defensive linemen in the top 10 of CFL sacks for the Argonauts. As Tim White free down the middle again. He jumps backwards thinking someone's there. They weren't, and then finally gets tackled. Depending on how tomorrow plays out with Red Blacks and Argonauts. Now Greg Bell gets a touch, breaks across the 30. And he's inside the 20 before Bentley Sanders escorts him out of bounds.
In the Canadian Football League.
back end for the black and gold here with a 30-0 advantage. Outside, Clark Barnes looking for the sidelines.
It's a long field, wide field here.
Jake Mayer watching on as Schiltz struggling to find his rhythm. Gets away this time. Now tries to run, and 5 different Tiger Cats. Edmonton legend Dave Cutler into sole possession of 8th place on the CFL's all-time points list. And Rene's services have not been needed.
Got to stay locked in to keep this momentum going.
5 wide here for Mitchell and the Tiger Cats offense. He does go out to that wide side. It's picked, and it'll be a house call all the way to the end zone. Trey Roberson, touchdown Stampeders.
That's his 4th interception. He had 3-in-1 game back in 2019. Watch him. He's just sitting here. And Bo kind of leads his receiver up the field with his receivers and do this.
Yeah, man coverage all over the place. Bo hammers it home to Stephen Dunbar Jr. Off and running. The ball gets punched out from behind. Calgary's trying to get on it. It rolls and is punched out the side of the end zone.
The ball was fumbled through the end zone. It'll remain Hamilton's ball at the 28-yard line.
Levi Mitchell from the Calgary 28-yard line. The big completion to Stephen Dunbar this time. Goes to the wide side, and
My head coach says that about his fullback / running back / short yardage specialist.
this one popped up in the air. It's up for grabs, and it's incomplete.
It was a series that was a little, wow, what's going on? Take care of the ball. Roughing it.
Well, Calgary's been roughing it offensively in this first half, but Dedrick Mills right now and Pennebaker into the ball game. At free safety as Matthew Schiltz looks left, comes back right, tries to throw a home run, and Clark Barnes in a battle. Jonathan Moxey's got 2. They throw a flag and immediately.
Defensive pass interference. Hamilton, number 27.
Let's take a look at this.
Spot of the foul. Automatic. First down.
Those flags came out. They feel like they can get right back in it here.
Hill once again. Schiltz looks left, comes back to the right-hand side, now wants to use his legs. A little bit of breathing room here. Matthew Schiltz, touchdown!
That was like he knew what he was doing. It's like, nope, not there. Nope, there it is. Now you got to have the ability and the speed to go ahead and exploit it and watch him.
They'll go for 2 if they get it. It's a 2-possession game somehow. Schiltz looks right, fade ball. Reggie Beggleton of a game.
We'll have the bank of TVs going on in Studio 6 watching that.
Back in studio tomorrow for Dunnigan.
2nd and inches, now 2nd and 6.
Yeah, pressure coming as well. Destin Talbert blitzes, it gets picked up.
Take it.
Schiltz rolls to his left, pumps, goes looking for the first down. Game into the year as the franchise quarterback. They're out of the playoffs now, but he is in the game as Dedrick Mills goes for a gain of 14 on first down.
I like it.
There, pumps to the right, comes back, checks it down over the middle. Stavros Katsantonis working the middle of that line. David Bernard, Nick Usher, Casey Sales, all there. And they'll try to deal this time once again. 2nd place in franchise history with 227 regular season games played.
Hit that well.
Tags on 3 more points. Levi Mitchell. Stutters in the pocket, looking over the top. Tim White running free through the secondary again. It hung up, but he falls underneath it, crosses the 55, and Tim White is brought down. Up towards 400 yards passing in the ballgame. Will he get it here? Looking for a screen on the backside. He goes to Greg Bell. That'll do it. Crosses the 4-bell mark, and another first down for the Tiger Cats. See what he can find here to try and exploit on 2nd and 6. Mitchell looks left.
Beautiful.
Pick play, and drop from Tim White. 35-yard attempt here for Leggio. Cam Eccles watches it sail through the uprights. 15 yards off from the starting field position, and looks like Matthew Schiltz is in the game.
How about that throw?
Wow, down low for Mark and Michelle, who picks it up and goes for a run. Cuts back across the 50 for the Stampeders this season. Schiltz, 2nd and 5, quarterback draw. After he was banged up earlier on.
In the future.
Schiltz looks left over the top corner route. Losing his footing was Jalen Philpott. 5,000 passing yards on the season. Under center for Mitchell here. Hands it off. Greg Bell outside. and cuts it back, and Bo checks at the line of scrimmage.
Love that.
Empty it out, roll the pocket to his right, and on the run, little sprint option, gets it to Keandre
There we
Smith.
go.
And Smith steps out of bounds at the 15.
There we go.
Career-high 5 touchdown passes, July 28th at Edmonton. Looking for his 5th here into a tight window. Stephen Dunbar Jr. Count him up, Bo.
Yeah, Bo Levi Mitchell darts this one in, feeling it, kind of exemplifies the night. Tight window, Dunbar in the end zone. Play calls, coaching, it's important.
Empty it out, 4-by-2 for Schiltz this time against the 4-man rush. He looks over the middle, big hit. Kylan Hill held on to it.
Spotted.
Good look there for Kylan Hill, absorbing the hit, being able to make the catches this time, trying to dig it off the turf in Vancouver in November. Neither of these teams will be there as they are not in the playoffs. Wild. The Calgary Stampeders as Schiltz back in the game, stands in the pocket, takes a big hit, throws over the middle, incomplete.
We have 2 fouls on the play, roughing the passer, Hamilton number 8, a 15-yard misconduct penalty, Calgary number 64. We're going to be at the same spot, but it's going to be an automatic first down.
1st and 10, Hamilton 33. They show blitz, send 6. Thomas
I
was
like
free, over the top, incomplete. Bradley Schiltz has shown a lot of guts here tonight. What can he do here? This one knocked down. Well, neither of these teams will be in the CFL playoffs, but certainly one leaves feeling better than the other after week number 20.